Happy Elul, everybody. Today is the first day of the Jewish month of Elul, the month which precedes the high holidays. It's a month of introspection. It's a month of repentance. And it's a month in which many Jews, especially of Ashkenazi descent, have a custom to begin blowing shofar on a daily basis. What is the shofar really about? You know, the shofar, we have 3 blasts. It has a tekiah, ooh, a teruah, ooh, 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 or ooh, 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 or both, ooh, 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 together. That's called a teruah. That's different opinions of what a teruah is, so we just sometimes do them both. And then there's a tekiah, ooh, the shofar sounds. What are we doing? What's that all about in the first place? So if you look in the Torah tells us that when we travel in the Midbar, when the Jewish people traveled in the desert, when we would travel, we would first blow a tekiah with trumpets. Not a shofar, trumpets. When we would travel, we would start with trumpets, and we go, ooh, and everyone would gather together. We'd all come over to Moses and to Aaron and to whoever was there to gather together and focus on their message. That was the tekiah. And then the Torah tells us, when we begin moving, when we start traveling, we should do a teruah. The broken sounds, we should have a teruah when we start moving. The word teruah itself even means broken. It means moving, shifting. And then we should have a tekiah again when we finish moving. We should settle, we should gather our focus again and park ourselves. And not only that, but in the desert, the Torah tells us we followed God. Whenever God appeared to us in the desert in the form of a cloud. Right? It wasn't really a cloud. God's not a cloud, but his concentrated manifestation was in a cloud. And when the cloud would move, we would move. We would follow God with a teruah, and when God would park, we would park with God with a tekiah. And when Moses wanted to get our attention, tekiah. We have that first sound. So those sounds, the tekiah, teruah, and tekiah, are the sounds with which we focus. We gather our focus on something. We gather our focus that it's time to move. Something's going to change. Something has to change now. And then we have a teruah, a broken sound. We have to start shifting. We have to shift. We have to follow God. We have to shift ourselves. We have to make changes in our lives. And then we have a tekiah to park ourselves somewhere safer, somewhere better, somewhere higher. That is the sound effects of the tekiah, teruah, tekiah, which we do with the shofar for reasons we might get to a different time. Thanks for joining the Shofar Minute.